Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today on Senior Fitness with Meredith. So today's workout, we are doing a beginner level, all seated band workout, working on upper body and core. So what you will need, your long, flat, or tubed band. So I'm using the long, flat one, but I wanted to show you the other option. Remember, you can always put those knots in your band in those 3 points. One on either end and one in the center. So if holding on to your band ever starts to hurt those fingers, starts to hurt your hands, if you have arthritis or any other ailments, this is a perfect thing to do so you can hold on to it without that grip or without wrapping it around your hands. It's just that light, gentle touch around those knots so you can hold on to it a little bit easier. So doing that, if you'd like, or using the long, flat, or tubing if that is what you have. But we are working on that upper body and those abdominals. So get all of your equipment, have your water close by, make sure you're in a comfortable and sturdy chair. I'll meet you right back here and we'll get started. Welcome back. We're ready to get started with our all-seated upper body and core workout. So let's start warming up. We do not need our equipment yet. Nice and tall in our chair, tight core, strong straight spine, relax those shoulders down. Let's just start with a nice, easy march. And we want to warm up the body, get the blood flowing, get some range of motion going in the entire body before we get started. Legs are marching, big deep inhale, bring those arms up and around. And exhale. One more time, big deep inhale, arms up and around. And exhale. We're gonna alternate extending to the side. Both arms are gonna press to the front, but alternate with that lower body. It's warming up as well. So pressing out, exhale, and inhale. Getting chest, upper back, shoulders warmed up here. 3, 2, 1 more each side, then we'll come back to that march. Just find that footing, that breath. Both arms are going to press out to our sides now. We're going to tap right and left out to our sides. So we go exhale, inhale. Three, 2, 1 more each side. Come back to center. Legs are marching. I just want you to do a little bicep curl up. So curl, curl. Breathe into it. Again, we're just getting mobility and range of motion before we add resistance to it. 3, 2, and 1. Gently releasing and stopping those feet. We'll pick up our bands, whichever you are choosing to use. We're going to bring it behind our back to start. So we're going to focus on front body to start. So that band goes behind our backs. Once it's there, try and get it up towards the upper back, but keep it underneath the armpits. So we don't want it going over top of the arm, because then it will just kind of slide across the arm. It doesn't feel good. So upper back, but keep it below the armpits. Once it's there, we find that good posture, nice and proud in our chair again. Core is pulled in nice and tight, pressing out in front of you. Exhale, press straight out, gently release. So as you do the first couple, if you say these feel really easy, add resistance to it. If you say these are way too hard to start, take a little bit of resistance away. Remember, bands differ depending on where you hold them at and each individual exercise. So focus on your form, focus on how much resistance you have, and use your breath to assist. Exhale, inhale. Slow control both directions. Press from the chest and gently release it back. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. Last one, hold the arms out nice and long. Slight bend in the elbow joints, open big, come back to center. Now we're doing chest flies. Squeeze from the chest open. So this is still primarily working the pectorals, the chest muscles, but it's a little deeper into where the chest meets in the shoulder, meets in the bicep. So all around the outer part of the chest. 2 more. 2. Last one. Hold the arms open, then gently release them into your sides. We're just pressing them straight out to our sides. So press out, gently release. This movement will get a little bit into your upper back, a little scapular squeeze behind you. Press out, release. You'll feel those shoulders working. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Now bring those hands right to chest level. You're just going to alternate extending out to the front. So think about punching those arms out to the front. So extend through the right, left, left. Keeping those hands right at shoulder level so they're not going up high. Press from the chest, gently release back. Press, press. 3, 2, 1 more each side, and gently release. Now you're going to take the band off of the back, and you're going to bring it in front of you. So bringing that band in front of you, you'll see I always do this because I want to try and get it as even on both sides as possible. So I look at where those ends are at and then find where my grip is going to be. So focusing on upper back, we'll do back pulls now. So arms are nice and long, shoulders relaxed and down. Remember, there's always a slight bend in those elbow joints, so I'm not locking them out straight. Keeping that slight bend, shoulders relaxed, pulling from your upper back. Exhale, we open up that resistance. Gently release it. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Squeeze those shoulder blades together on your upper back. Open through the front body, through the chest. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And gently release. Little shake out. Now we're going to do lat pull downs, going to your range of motion. So if arms can go up a little higher than shoulder level or gaze, bring them up there. If they stay at shoulder level, that's perfectly fine. What we want to do is we bring the band down. We want to gently open it down towards the belly or lap, then gently release it back up to the starting point. Exhale. Inhale. So like I said, these are called lat pull downs. So we're still getting into our upper back, but all of the muscles that run along our rib cage, those are the ones that we're focusing on right now. Three more. 2 more. Last one. Gently release it and release those arms down. Little shake out. Let's get into those rotator cuffs now. So we're going to have our hands a little bit closer together. Glue those elbows into the side of the body. Small range of motion, both sides working at the same time. We press those hands out. We gently release in. Press out, release in. Exhale, inhale. Again, small range of motion, getting deep into those shoulders, those rotator cuffs. 2 more. 2. Last one. And shake it out. Shake the fingers out if you're holding on to that band, however you're holding on to it. Next, we're going to focus just on our right side. So I'm going to take my left hand, I'm going to glue it onto my left hip. Right side arm is nice and long. We want to keep the arm nice and long for our first movement. Again, slight bend in that elbow joint and focusing from our shoulder to our upper back. That's what we're leading from. We're drawing the sword. So we take that sword out of its holder, we gently place it back in. Exhale, inhale. Again, leading from your upper back and shoulder, not from your elbow, not from your hand. We'll do 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Now keep your left hand glued to your hip. Now bending that right elbow, putting all of the focus into the back of your right arm, your tricep. As we extend, we bring that resistance out. We gently bend and release it in. So that triceps doing all that work to press that resistance out. We exhale. We allow that tricep to gently release it in. Relax the shoulder down. Yes, we feel it because it's holding the arm up. 2 more. Last one. Gently release. Shake it out. Other side. So glue that right hand to your right hip. Body nice and tall. Abdominals tight. Lengthen your spine. Left arm is nice and long. Remember, we keep that slight bend in the elbow joint from our shoulder to our upper back. That's our focus. We draw the sword up at a slight diagonal. Place it back in to its holder. Really focus on what you're working so we're not leading from the hand or elbow. Think about the upper back. Think about the shoulder working. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Gently release. Keep that right hand glued to that hip, bending at the left elbow. All of the focus back of the arm, that tricep. Exhale as you extend, lengthen, gently bend and release it back in. So letting that tricep back of the arm do that work. Exhale, inhale. Let's do 3 more. Exhale, 3, 2, last one, and release it down. Shake it out. Again, shake those fingers and hands out a little bit. We're gonna take our band, place it down onto the floor, and we're gonna step onto our bands. So placing it down, trying to get it equal again on both sides, and then step onto it so it doesn't move under those feet. So we want to step down under the balls of the feet. Once we have that placement, we find our good posture, nice and proud in our chair. Arms are down by our side. We have some resistance, so we're not holding it all the way up here if it's long. I want you to add a little bit of resistance, so walk your hands down that band, nice and tall. Palms facing the back. It's a small movement, just a little press back, come back to center. Press back, back to center. Feels if you're almost over-exaggerating, getting that opening in the shoulders and chest. But again, you'll feel those shoulder blades squeeze together. And then we just work those triceps. You should feel those working as well. They're a secondary that works to bring those arms back behind you. 3 more. 2 more. Last one, and we come back to center. Making a little bit of resistance off. We're doing bicep curls. We're alternating right and left. So keep those elbows nice and close to the side of the body, curling the hand up towards the shoulder. It doesn't have to reach depending on how long your band is and the resistance. Gently release it down. Left side, curl it up towards the shoulder, gently release. So don't lose form. Do not allow that elbow to jut forward because you're trying to get your hand closer to your shoulder. Depending on the length of your band and the resistance of your band is what will allow you to get that hand up. I could add more resistance, my hand would only go up this far. Perfectly fine as long as we're putting all of the contraction into our bicep muscle. Keep in good form. 3 more each side. 2 more each side. 1 more each side, right? Release it gently, and left. And release, little shake out. Alternating again, side raises. So focus on the top part of the shoulder and placing that slight bend in those elbow joints. Again, don't want them locked out long because then we'll have a tendency to pull from our elbow joint. Slight bend in the elbow, relax the shoulders, focus on the top of the shoulder, no higher than shoulder level with those side raises. Right hand goes out, gently release, left hand out, gently release. Remember, the hand does not have to go as high as shoulder level. It may only go a little ways up, whether that's due to, once again, the length of your band, the resistance of your band, or your range of motion. Do what feels best. We'll do 3 more on each side. 2 more each side. 1 more, right, left. Exhale, inhale, exhale, back down by our sides, little shake out, front raises. Again, we're gonna alternate them. They're coming up to the front. We're working on the front part of the shoulder now. So instead of the top, which we just worked, and the outer part, this gets right into the front, keeping that slight bend in the elbow joint, leading from the shoulder, not the elbow or hand, bringing that hand up, gently release it, other side. Smaller muscle group, the front of the shoulder, so remember that. Say, this feels really heavy, why is that? It's a smaller muscle group. It's a different range of motion as well with the resistance of your band. Two more each side. Lead from that shoulder. 1 more each side. And gently release it. 1 more movement for upper body, getting back to our upper back again. So I want you to walk those hands down your band as you allow your chest to go slightly forward. Add resistance. Upper back is a big muscle group and we use it for so much. It can take on a lot of resistance, a lot of weight. So add that weight for it. Make it work hard. Keeping the chest nice and proud, bring those hands up towards the body, squeeze your shoulder blades together, gently release it. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, squeeze the upper back, gently release. Length stays in the spine, so don't get arch in the spine, don't hurt your lower back, and doesn't allow your upper back to work. Open through the chest, stay nice and proud. 3 more, 2 more, last one, and gently release. You can take that band out from underneath those feet. You can release it for a second, little shake out of those fingers. Upper body is done. Let's focus on abdominals and core now. So we'll still hold on to our band. We'll get a little bit of extra work for upper body, holding on to our band. So we're gonna hold on to it, lean back in your chair. So again, upper body's still working. Keep the band nice and taut. So don't just let it get any slack in it. Open it up. Abdominals tight, length stays in the spine. We're gonna sit up tall. We're gonna alternate lifting our feet up off the ground. So really focusing on lower abdominals when we do this, and we'll get a little bit of lower body work and movement in as well. So sitting up nice and tall, center of the belly lifts us up, lower abdominals lift that right foot up, gently release back, now other side. Center of the abdominals lift us up, lower abdominals lift that leg up. Keep the chest nice and proud, holding on to that band will help. Opening it up. We're doing 1 more on each side. Exhale, inhale, let's stay up nice and tall, release that foot down, walk those feet a little closer in. Still holding that band. Our gaze is gonna stay right in the center of that band. We're holding it out in front, keeping bend in the elbows, relaxing our shoulders, gently leaning back halfway in our chair. We're gonna bring that band towards our right hip, come up center, left hip, center. Really getting those obliques, the side of the waist and the lower back engaged here. Slow, controlled gaze stays in the center of the band, so you shouldn't get any dizziness or vertigo. Keeping your eyes on a fixed point. 2 more. 1 more each side. And then we come up nice and tall, bring that band nice and close to the body. Focus is lower back, so opening proud through the chest, length stays in your spine, chest goes forward, inhale, exhale, lower back, leads you up tall. Inhale, exhale up, inhale, chest forward, exhale up, nice and tall. 3 more, 2 more. Last one, and gently release that band off to the side. Little shake out of those fingers, just kind of open and close those hands, wiggle the fingers a little bit. Nice and tall, let's just twist and open to that right side with some big deep inhales and big deep exhales. And go through center, other side. Come back to center. Those hands go either behind your back next to you, or you can walk them up your chair. Get a big opening in your shoulders and chest. And sit up nice and tall. Releasing that, bring the hands in front of you. Interlace, round and arch the spine as you open up those shoulder blades on your upper back. Getting that curve all the way down the spine. Sit up nice and tall. We're just gonna open and close the arms a couple of times. Controlled stretches, so we're not just letting them flail side to side. Couple more each side. Let's do 1 more each way. Release them down by our side. Little shake out, shrug those shoulders up, inhale. Exhale, 2 more. 1 more. Circle around to the front. Inhaling, exhaling should feel nice. Good stretches through the upper back and shoulders. Reverse that direction. Bring those circles to the back. Open shoulders and chest. Movement in those shoulders. 3 deep inhales and exhales, bringing that length along with us. So big deep inhale, length goes up. And exhale. 2 more times. Big deep inhale, length up. 1 more time. Big deep inhale, length up overhead. Exhale, release it all out because you did an amazing job completing your beginner level, all seated, all upper body and abdominal band workout. I'm so proud of you. I look forward to our next workout together.